Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Since I'm doing something a little different for this video, I figured I would change up the intro just a bit. Here's my idea, we'll see how it pans out. I want to document every single day this week at the end of the day, what time I'm leaving, what I still need to get done, how much I'm doing at home, etc. I've done a lot of day in the life videos, and I used to do a lot more week in the life videos, but it's kind of overwhelming. So my thought was, this is a cool way to kind of bridge the gap. So I'm gonna check in each day at the end of the day and just talk about what time I'm leaving school. I'm gonna be realistic with you all, but I also think this is gonna help hold me accountable, because I will say it's Monday afternoon and I was a lot more mindful of what I was getting done so that I could not stay super late tonight because I knew I was recording this. So maybe some good things will come from it. Let's find out together, shall we? Okay, day one check-in. It is Monday, November 10th. I should have known that because tomorrow's Veterans Day. Hold on, my sink is dripping. I need to go stop that because it's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, currently it is exactly 3:20 p.m. Now, our school day ends at 3. So ordinarily on Mondays, I would not be talking to you this early because I would be in a team leader meeting. But it actually got canceled this afternoon. It's kind of funny because me and a couple of the other team leaders were sitting in the room where we had the meeting and we're like, where is everyone? And we were looking at the Google Doc with the notes and we're like, there's not any notes, maybe it's not happening. And then they came over the announcements and said it was canceled, which I then took a selfie of those of us who were in there and I'm gonna send it to my admin and be like, hey, we showed up. Like, we should get some kind of a prize or incentive or something, obviously as a joke.
We've got prizes.
But that does mean that I will be able to get out of here a little bit earlier because I don't have to spend an hour in a meeting, so yay. Now, usually on Monday afternoons, I also have to stuff Tuesday folders, but I think partially because I knew I was recording this video, I actually got that done during my planning time today, and the Tuesday folders are already out on student desks. Usually, I would say it takes no more than 10 minutes to stuff Tuesday folders. I'm basically just taking any graded papers, any papers from the office, and putting them into student folders. And I have it down to a system where I just lay everything out and I do it like an assembly line because all of the papers are already in alphabetical order. But check, check. Done. Now, I can already check off my to-do list. On Google Tasks, you can set recurring to-do list tasks, and so I have it automatically come on that I have a team leader meeting, check, and then stuffing Tuesday folders, and I can check those off. So, I do need to send a couple of emails. We have Boosterthon going on this week, which is a fundraiser, and I am very competitive. So I am really trying to push my students in my class. We officially got everyone registered for my class over the weekend, and I'm like 99% sure we were the first class to get 100%. And so we will get to be the stylist for my admin so long as the school gets 85% registered or more. But I sent a follow-up email while I was waiting for the team leader meeting, just letting my parents know, hey, here are the rewards we've earned so far as a class. So already, we have earned like 5 levels of rewards. Let me show you the little tracker thing that we have. So we are Emerson's Emeralds, and these are the rewards that as a grade level team we decided on. So far, my class has earned the top 5 levels, or the first 5 levels rather. So Wednesday will be Wacky Sock Day and Stinky Feet Day. That means they get to take off their shoes in class and bring a stuffed animal day. We are gonna do our special snack on Friday. That just means students get to bring in a snack that they ordinarily wouldn't be allowed, like cookies or Gatorade, things like that. Science experiment is gonna be TBD because it will depend on what 4th grade classes end up getting it, and we'll decide on a date. And then we did earn card game time, and we're gonna do that on Thursday. So the next reward that we are trying to earn is extra recess. So in my email, I just listed out for families the rewards we've gotten, the days that we're gonna do it. I let them know what our next reward is that we're working toward, and there is this like special challenge where any students who have at least 1 donation by tonight will earn a PJ day on Thursday. So I let them know that, and I reminded them that tomorrow is Veterans Day. We have our Veterans Day program. Students need to wear red, white, and blue. I then was in the process of sending out an email to my team, which actually I'm gonna have to do a little little math for this, but because of the Veterans Day program tomorrow, that's gonna take up about an hour in the morning, which means we're gonna need to shift our schedule so that we can still have kind of equal time between our classes. So I need to take a look at the schedule and just figure that out, send it out in an email to the team, coordinate with the tag teacher, all of that. And then I felt like there was, I need to reach out to basically our person that's kind of in charge of our school calendar about shifting the time for our parent peak. Then I need to clip, these are science copies that were dropped off by my team teacher. I need to clip those. Intervention is done for the week. This is now just me thinking out loud, so I don't need to worry about that. Other than planning out math lessons, which I will work on at home, that is it. Okay, so we're gonna see how quickly I can get out of here. I'll check in and let you know when I have book bag in hand and I'm actually leaving. Okay, it is 3:35 and I have my backpack, I have my lunchbox. I'm heading out of here. Now, Mondays and Fridays, I have a little more flexibility with my schedule and just a little more time because I don't go to the gym and train. Mondays and Fridays are my off days. So, even though I'm leaving school very early for me, in fact, I guarantee you when I walk out of my door, my team teachers are gonna be like, "You're leaving?" because this is abnormal, but I am going to go home to do some more work. Again, not that I should have to, but I am trying to get ahead. I'm trying to get the next math unit, which will take us through basically winter break. I'm trying to get that completely done so that it's one less thing to worry about. And then that way during fall break, I can actually enjoy it and I'm not trying to lesson plan. So I'm gonna do the lesson planning at home rather than here because I can be more comfortable and I can have TV on in the background and all of those fun things. So I will check in with you tomorrow. We'll see what progress I make. I currently have, let's see, there's 16 days in this unit. Then there's no way is that really taking us through? Yeah, that's taking us through winter break. Okay, currently I have days 1 through 4 planned. I'm in the process of planning day 5, and then I have to plan days 6 through 16. So that's not all getting done tonight, but maybe by the end of the week. I don't know, stay tuned. All right, it is now Tuesday, November 11th. It is Veterans Day, hence the outfit. I don't usually dress like this. And this is the first chance I've had all day to sit and just kind of process because we had our Veterans Day program this morning, so we had to shift our schedule around, and that always just makes for a hectic day. But it is 3:14 p.m., so pretty short after dismissal. Ooh, I have good news. We were the Spirit Stick winners from the first day, so my class raised the most money. We're not currently in the lead, so I don't think we're gonna get it back tomorrow, but I need to take this back up to the front office. I need to send the email to families, just updating them on our progress, what rewards we've gotten, what we're working toward. I need to import grades from a Google form my students did today in science. I already did it for the morning class, but I need to do it for the afternoon, get that put in the grade book. And I think that's all I have to do before I actually leave school. Now, I will be doing more work when I get home because I am prepping a turkey hunt scavenger hunt thing for next Friday, the last day before fall break, as just a review. It's gonna be multi-step problem solving. Basically, students solve a problem and based on their answer, they get a clue to find another feather, which has another problem, and it creates a loop, and they try to collect all the feathers, and then they use them to solve a riddle. So one of the things I did this morning is prepped the envelopes. So these are the answer envelopes. So I taped the answers on the front. The clues are gonna go inside. I spent time last night when I got home creating the clues and creating the word problems for the feathers. This morning when I got to school, I printed all of the clues. Now this is a set for my class, and then these are kind of like the answer key. They're gonna get taped back on the folder so I know what goes where, but printed, laminated, and cut for my class and then my 2 team teachers' classes. I also taped our names on the folders. These are gonna hold the feathers. And then I put, this is kind of almost like my answer key, here's the feather that goes in that folder, but I need to print the full size feathers, which will be much bigger, and laminate those tonight. Now, I am prepping these for all 3 of us, the math teachers. So the clues are ready to go, but I need to print 5 of each feather times 3 teachers so that this is ready to go, because tomorrow we will meet as a math and science team in order to go over plans for next week, and I want to be able to show them how it works. I did this when I taught 4th grade. It was always something I did right before fall break or like Thanksgiving break, and my students loved it. And so we knew we were gonna take the last day before fall break as just like a review. We'll probably have students who are absent and we just don't wanna start anything new. And I figured this would be the perfect thing to do, but I have to re-prep it all because when I left 4th grade before, I left it behind with my team. So it's fine. I just want to get it done and off of my plate. Printing and laminating the feathers tonight, as well as cutting them out. I also need to print, laminate, and cut out the turkeys. That is very mindless work that I can do while watching like Gilmore Girls or something on TV. So I'm gonna save that for when I get home. I feel like as long as I get those first few things that I mentioned done, then I'm good to get out of here. So let me stop talking and go get it done. You know, maybe I should do these videos more often because it is making me very hyper aware of the time that I'm spending, and therefore I am being more efficient with my time. So win-win. It is 3:40 p.m. and I'm gonna grab my bag and get out of here because on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays during the week, I have training. So I go to the gym, and usually my training session takes anywhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours, which means by the time I get there, I have to drive to the gym, change, get started on my workout, drive home, and then it's already typically like dinner time. So I try to make sure that I don't stay at school too late because then that pushes everything back. But I am gonna work on printing, laminating, and cutting the turkey feathers tonight and the turkeys. So I'm bringing home my lovely FISKARS spring-loaded scissors. If you are a teacher and you don't own these, I don't know what you're doing because they are life-changing. The little spring makes it so that you don't have to physically open the scissors. Like when you release, they automatically open and it saves your hand, especially if you're doing a lot of cutting with lamination. So highly recommend. But I feel like if I get that done tonight, I'll be in a pretty good spot. Now, that's only the first 5 lessons of that next math unit, which is 16 lessons long. And so I'm wanting to have that done before fall break, and that will only put me about at the 1/3 of the way through. However, I feel like by Tuesday, having that done, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna finish it this week. I just wanna finish it before break. That's what I have to remind myself throughout this. There's always tomorrow. Like I can always get more done. Oh, science investigation. Sorry, I'm looking around my room going, what else do I need to do? So tomorrow morning, I will prep science investigation. So I keep this ongoing list. So you can see right now, this is my list. So prep science investigation, print and prep turkey hunt, grade forms of energy quiz. I can check that off. Go do my training. I have a vlog to get uploaded. I need to send emails. I need to record vlog for Tuesday, check, and then planning math. So, okay, I think I'm good. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll check in with you tomorrow. All right, next update. It is now Wednesday, November 12th. If you're wondering why there are socks on my table, today we were starting to redeem some of our Booster-thon rewards as a class. So it was Wacky Sock and Stinky Feet Day. So my students got to wear wacky socks and take off their shoes in class. And so I wore my pencil and paper socks, but obviously because I was mixing and matching, I have the extras. So we're just gonna put that back there. What else was today? There was, oh, Stuffy Day. So my students had stuffies. Tomorrow we're doing PJs and something else is happening tomorrow. There is so much taking place. I don't even remember. Oh, card game time, which I do need to look at the schedule tomorrow and figure out when to best fit that in. But I'm really proud of myself because I got a lot done today. Now, last night I did work pretty late. I was printing and cutting and laminating those feathers for the turkey scavenger hunt that we're gonna do next week until 9:30 at night. And ideally, you know, I probably shouldn't have been working that late on school stuff, but it's done. And we met as a math and science team during planning today. I was able to show it to my team teachers, and all of my math plans through the start of fall break are done. Now, I did not make any progress on math plans for after fall break, but I did get other stuff done. So I'm gonna share all the details about the turkey scavenger hunt in a future vlog, because I am gonna vlog that day, so stay tuned. All of a sudden last night when I was cutting out all the feathers, I went, oh yeah, I'm out on Monday afternoon. So my switch teacher and I have a sub in the afternoon so we can hold our conferences since she was not here during our conference day earlier in the year. And that means I have to write sub plans. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, I totally forgot about that. So today, when I got to school this morning, I got the turkey scavenger hunt all assembled because I had to put the feathers and things into the folders. I got that done, and then I started working on sub plans. Now, because I didn't really have like planning time today, we were meeting as a math and science team, we didn't really have like individual planning time. I wasn't able to make a whole lot of progress. And I said, all right, that's my goal by today. I wanna have the sub plans for Monday afternoon done. In fact, I can check it off my list because they are in fact done, woohoo. And sub. That's all I wrote on my to-do list was just sub, because that's all I had time for. But I thought I was gonna have to work on them at home because on Wednesdays we have staff meetings after school, and I knew that that was gonna take about an hour, and then I didn't wanna stay too late, so I thought I'll just do it when I get home. Well, after school, we found out that our faculty meeting was canceled, so I can also check off attend faculty meeting, and that allowed me to work on things before leaving. So I told myself, all right, I'm gonna use this hour that I ordinarily would have been in a staff meeting, and I'm going to work on my sub plans for Monday afternoon, get them done. I not only got my sub plans done, and I'm talking like the Google Doc of the written plans and the slides, it's all done and ready. All I will have to do is put in the name of like my Golden Emerson, and I need to email it off to my sub, but otherwise it's done. And that's because I have my templates. I have past videos where I go over it all. I'll link them for you in the description box, but it made it super easy. I also sent the Boosterthon update email to my families. We reached our next 2 rewards, which are Sit Where You Want Day and Class Lunch Bunch. So Sit Where You Want Day is gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna do the lunch bunch on Friday. Oh, I do need to add to my list to get a treat. Usually whenever I do a class lunch bunch treat, I will give my students a treat. So, it corrected to great, whatever. I'll know what it means. But I don't know where I was going with that thought. Regardless, I sent that email. That's really exciting. We did not get the spirit stick today, but I feel like we might get it back tomorrow because we had like a big surge in donations at the end of the day. So that's exciting.
Come on, get with the spirit of it, you guys.
I also got this new book for my classroom library labeled, and shout out to, was it Angelica? I think it was Angelica who sent this, and my students were super excited because they're like, that one's super new, and especially my student that loves Dogman. Very exciting. And I just put my library label on it, which these are in my TPT store. I love this system because it's very simple. Like in order to add the book to my library, I just stamped it with my stamp, tape the little circle on the front, and then that way my students know which bin it goes in. I need to clip these papers, which I will do right now. These are copies for our next week of science, which is conductors and insulators. I'm gonna do the investigation tomorrow. I did already get the materials all prepped, so let me keep this out because I'm gonna use that tomorrow. We're gonna take notes on Friday, hopefully. I'm gonna put that in the Friday bin. Oh no, I'm not gonna put that in the Friday bin because the Friday bin is full. I'll put it in Thursday and I'll just remember that it's for Friday. While I'm at it, let me go ahead and pull out stuff we're gonna use tomorrow. So this is social studies. These are the time test for multiplication, and this is for next week, so I can leave that in there. Okay, cool beans. I am gonna grab my stuff and get out of here because that's all I need to do. I need to go to the gym and train, and then I'm gonna try to get home a little bit earlier because last night I spent way too long working. So I will check in with you tomorrow, and hopefully I have good news like today and I was just as productive. Oh, and I forgot to show you the time. It is 4:12 p.m. and I'm heading out of here. All right, we're gonna keep this nice and snappy. It is 3:41 p.m. I'm about to get out of here. I will say this is the earliest I have been leaving all school year, and like the most consistently I've been leaving this early. I don't even know who I am this week, but it feels good. And so if anything, this video is holding me accountable to not waste time and try to do all of the things, because there's always tomorrow. But I am gonna have to do a little bit of work tonight. I'm leaving here, going to the gym, getting my training session in. I need to go to the grocery store because we are doing our class lunch bunch tomorrow that they earned from Boosterthon, and I'm gonna get them a little treat. By the way, we were the Spirit Stick winners today again, whoop whoop, and after school we officially hit our top level goal, which is movie and popcorn. So I'm excited to be able to tell my class that tomorrow. I spent a little bit of time after school just prepping my slides for tomorrow because on Fridays we have study hall, so I need an updated list of who owes iReady minutes, who has not yet turned in their math homework, what assignments are missing, and I like to just kind of do a clean sweep of everything. Plus, with Boosterthon going on, I was trying to coordinate all of the different rewards and make sure that I'm communicating that with families. I sent out my daily email that I've been sending for Boosterthon, just giving them updates, and tried to like map out, okay, when are we doing extra recess? When are we doing the movie? When are we doing styling our assistant principal and principal? Because I officially got word that we were the first class to hit 100% registered for Boosterthon, and as a school, we reached our goal of having 85% of our students registered. So we will get to be stylists next week on Wednesday, and so just coordinating all of the things. But I'm all caught up on grading, which is good. I am done with lesson plans for math and science. Now, next week, we're gonna start the next unit for social studies, and I am currently in the process of teaching myself that because I don't know Texas history, so I'm learning it as I go this year. So I need to spend some time on that tonight, but otherwise, I'm all planned through fall break. I've not really gotten ahead as much as I was hoping. Like, I front loaded it at the beginning of the week. I got a lot done, and since then it's just been all the little things. But I'm gonna get out of here, and then I will check in with you one final time tomorrow on Friday. Hopefully I'm leaving just as early, but wish me luck. Okay, I know yesterday I completely neglected to even share the date, but yesterday was Thursday, November 13th, and today is Friday, November 14th. Officially closing up shop. Closing time. I think. Let me plug in my computer. I honestly have zero concept of what time it is because I just got into work mode and worked on stuff until I was at a stopping point. So it is 4:46 p.m., which I think, is this the latest that I've left all week? I don't know, it's kind of all a blur, but after school, I had to go drop off the Spirit Stick again in the front office because we had it yet again today. So proud of my students, so proud of my families, and I know it's annoying like sending all those emails as a teacher, and I know as a family, getting all those emails is annoying, but my students have been super into it, and like seeing them be super proud of themselves has been fantastic. So it was a good day, but I had to tie up some loose ends after school. I had to update my word wall for science, which you saw kind of the B-roll of, so that is done. I passed out their bookmarks for my little, things that your teachers are thankful for. I've shared this before in a vlog, but basically I make them bookmarks and it lists out all of their names and like something that I'm thankful for that they offer. So for example, like, I'm using Billy because that's my husband, but like Billy's sense of humor or like so-and-so's creativity or so-and-so's thoughtfulness. And I make them into bookmarks and I give them out the week leading into fall break. So I got those all passed out at their desks. I talked with my switch teacher because we are having our conferences on Monday. Everyone else got their conferences done in October. I did as many as I could on my own, and then ones that we have to do together, we were waiting for her to come back. So Monday, we actually have a sub in the afternoon, and we are gonna be holding our conferences. So her and I had to go over some things for that. My sub plans are all done and pulled out, so I got that ready for Monday. And I went ahead, after her and I finished discussing, I kind of told her like, hey, here's how I did the other ones. Basically, I've already prepped all the forms and things that we have to send to families, but I typically write out an email where I'm just like, hey, thanks, so much for meeting. I appreciate your time. Here's an overview of what we discussed. And then I bullet out like the good things that I'm gonna share the updates on their current progress. I list out resources and ways that I'm supporting them in classroom, as well as ways the families can support them at home. And I have an email template for it, so I just have to go in and like fill in the information to make it individualized. And I went ahead and set those up for all of the conferences we're having Monday afternoon, which it's a lot. They're literally back to back to back, like each one's 15 minutes. And so within the like 3-4 hours, we're gonna be knocking out a ton of them. But I got those emails drafted. I attached the PDFs of their recent like diagnostics that they took in iReady, but my team teacher is gonna look over their like conference forms. We'll see if we need to make any changes. I will need to attach those over the weekend. And there was something else. Oh, my team teacher is gonna email me a list of like good things to add in there. So I will have to update the emails over the weekend, but I at least have them set up, and then during the conference, we just pull up that email and literally use it to lead the conference. And then as soon as it ends, we could just click send, and that way like the follow-up and everything is done. For me, I found like that's the easiest way. So I wrapped that up. I had to do some inbox clearing with my emails because it just was one of those days where I never got a chance to check it much because we were taking a math test, and then we were trying to get an integrated science assignment because we're getting ready for Parent Peak next week, and so our schedule's gonna be a little off with that. And this about sums up my day. I finally get a chance to look at my phone, and someone had texted me at like noon today saying, hey, do you happen to have an extra soda like in your fridge because I forgot mine? And I was like, oh, here's me responding like 5 hours after the fact. I'm so sorry I didn't see this. But that all being said, I think I am about to get out of here. I feel like I need to just sit for a few minutes and like process and make sure I'm not forgetting anything. But Monday, my plans are all ready to go. My sub-plans are printed and prepped. I'm still waiting on a couple of copies that I will need for Monday from my team teachers who make the copies, but that is a Monday Michelle problem. I am gonna leave here. I need to run by the grocery store, and then I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna start my weekend. I'm not gonna do anything school related tomorrow, but I will have to spend some time on Sunday just kind of catching up. But hopefully, I need to take off my Golden Emerson jacket. I just realized I'm still wearing this. Hopefully you enjoyed spending the week with me and just kind of getting a little bit of a glimpse into like what the day-to-day looks like. And I'm honestly really proud of myself because I left pretty early, for me at least, on the first part of the week. Obviously today I'm leaving a little bit later, but this still is not bad for a Friday. Honestly, leaving before 5 o'clock is pretty good. But if you want me to do more of these videos in the future, just so you can kind of see how it varies week to week, let me know. I don't know if this was enjoyable or not. It was just an idea that I had. But stay tuned because next week I am gonna vlog for Parent Peak. I will talk about the Rube Goldberg machines and how we're organizing that. I'm really, really excited. My students are really excited. And then I will also vlog on the Friday before fall break. That way you can kind of see like what I do leading into a break. It's also my Switch teacher's birthday that day. So we'll talk about all the things that I'm doing to set up for that. And then I'm also prepping some little gifts for some of my coworkers. So I can just share all of the things, but stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you don't miss it when those other videos go up. And as always, thank you for watching. I love you so much. Don't forget to put your positive pants on, and I will catch you in the next one.